Yeah.
Oh, we can talk about that too.
Yeah, we will.
Invincible!
We'll talk about it. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Invincible.
Telling me to listen.
We need to get Mr.
The wrestling of the week. Oh, he probably hasn't watched, does he?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Heel Turn.
The number one podcast for everything WWE.
We're up to episode 9 at the moment. Fraser, how are you doing today?
I'm not too bad, mate. How are you?
I'm doing very good. Jasper, back again on Heel Turn.
How we doing, boys?
Oh, I'm doing very well. But look, I think we want to address something very quickly. Last week, Heel Turn had a big moment because global moment.
Yes, we did.
Because we got on a featured collection of Invincible
The Invincible collection. Can you believe it?
on Tommy Invincible's Instagram. Can you believe that?
I know.
Yeah, no, I did it last week, but obviously he prefers you a little bit more because he
must
posted the
do,
photo of
yeah.
you on it. But this is actually a kind of big moment because Tommy Invincible, get him on the main roster, honestly.
No, get him in WWE in general, my friend.
Yeah,
Mate,
I know.
this is week 1 of trying to get Tommy Invincible on the podcast.
Yeah.
Tommy Invincible,
Tommy, we know you're watching.
we know you're watching. We want you on the podcast, okay? This is going to be massive for Heel Turn. So,
Imagine the exposure we'd both get. You know, this is the number one podcast for everything WWE.
I know. This can propel.
We could get you into the main event of WrestleMania, bro. Like, if you want it, we got it.
If you want to match with John Cena at SummerSlam, we'll do everything in our power.
Like, we're feeling
Make it
invincible, so you just have to feel invincible.
Invincible! But let's get right into it. Money in the Bank is this week. We cannot wait. The first match we're going to get into is the men's Money in the Bank No, it's not the qualifying, the actual official one. This week, we're going to have LA Knight for his 3rd year in a row against Penta, Andrade, El Grande Americano, Seth Rollins, and Solo Sikoa. I'm going to start off by saying I think it's going to be Seth Rollins who gets the win here. But I think the only way he does get the win is through the help of Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker. However, I'm going to start off with a big one today. I know people have said it online throughout the week, but I said it last week, and everyone watching can go back and hear me say it last week, but I think there's going to be a return from the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, this week.
Yeah, I agree.
I think there's going to be the return, and I think that will be a way that prevents Seth Rollins from winning the briefcase. That or CM Punk and Sami Zayn interfering. But I think Roman Reigns is going to return this week.
He just has so many enemies. So, like, Seth's the rightful favourite, like, just a class above everyone in this match. But, like, he's got so many enemies. Like, so many people could come out.
Yeah.
And I get he has his protection, but, like, I find it hard to see no one cost him this briefcase.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shame Chad Gable didn't qualify for this match.
Yeah,
I know.
shame.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I reckon third time lucky for La Knight.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I think if it's not Rollins, it's either LA Knight or Solo Sikoa, but I think LA Knight.
Yeah, I reckon someone's going to cost Seth Rollins. He'll probably be up there, and then Roman will probably come back or something, and then cost him the briefcase.
Yeah. Either way, I really think Roman Reigns could return here. But I kind of want to talk about the qualifying match that happened on Raw a couple days ago where we had El Grande Americano against AJ Styles and CM Punk. I've said it for a couple of weeks now. Like, I truly believe Money in the Bank is the ultimate way and the number one way that you can elevate a person's career. It's not just a big match with a big star at WrestleMania or just any other PLE. Like, this is the match that you want to be in if you're an upcoming star. That's why last week, I don't know why I said Jacob Fatu would beat Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. I should have honestly seen it coming. Like, if you wanna elevate someone, you need. Like, I'm very happy that Andrade is in this match again.
Should have been Carmelo, but
Yeah, I reckon as well.
It probably should have been, but
like, Andrade's
at least
work
Andrade's
is
there.
amazing.
But he's old.
Like, how can
Carmelo's young.
But can you see Andrade's character in the main event?
Yeah.
Like, scene? Probably not.
But I'm glad El Grande Americano's there because, like, he had CM going up. He was going up against CM Punk and AJ Styles. Like, none of them
Need it.
need this match. imagine El Grande, El Grande Americano in this match, you know, with the metal plate in his head.
No metal plate. We didn't say no metal plate.
But jumping off a ladder and headbutting someone down below or something. Like, imagine the spots that all these men could create. Penta as well.
Well, the greatest luchador of all times in this match, El Grande Americano.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
After all
anything
these
can
years,
happen.
you know, he's finally back, and just
Yeah.
imagine like all the high flying moves he can pull off.
I know.
Even people were also talking about during the match on his boot, it had CG on it.
Yeah, but
That's
that's
obviously
Yeah.
just Chavo
Yeah.
Guerrero.
Yeah, Chavo Guerrero letting him borrow his boots. Like,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
a go. Like, just luchador kind of, you know,
A
partnership.
Hispanic love.
Yeah.
Feel for Chad
the
Gable.
Hispanic love, bro.
Yeah. Yes.
Feel for Chad Gable not in this match.
Viva
But
la
at least you've
Vasca.
got someone from American made
Yes.
in this match as well. But yeah, my ultimate final prediction will be Seth Rollins. But if it's not Seth and something else happens,
I could
LA
see
Knight.
I could see Chad Gable helping what's his name?
El
El Grande
Grande.
Americano win this.
Yeah.
Because they're obviously not the same person.
Yeah.
So
I think
Yeah.
I only realistically see LA Knight winning this, to be honest with you.
me too, LA Knight.
Yeah. Third time lucky, I reckon. Third time's the charm.
He just deserves it. Like last year should have won it. The year before was like the red hot favorite to win it. It's just like he's finding it hard to. He's like the very top of the mid card,
Yeah.
but can't quite meaningfully enter the main event scene.
Yeah.
So I think it's perfect for him.
Perfect.
Yes.
The next match at Money in the Bank is the third time between Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch. I think Becky's got this one this time round.
Not much of a trilogy when Lyra's won both times.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to build up to a third match. They've done really well, though. Like, I think this will steal the show, like, even with two ladder matches. Like, these two have incredible in-ring chemistry. So I'm sure they'll put on a really good match.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah.
I think the promos that Lyra delivered in the lead up to Backlash were a bit better than the ones
Considerably better,
than the
yeah.
ones that she's done in the lead up to Money in the Bank, which is why I think this time round Becky will win it this time, because Becky said last week on Raw that this time Lyra would be the one to raise her hand, and that if Lyra was the one that would beat Becky, then Becky would never challenge again for the women's IC title. But I want Becky to win the
That's what I
women's
mean.
IC title.
I don't see a world where that stipulation,
Yeah,
like, I don't think Becky can lose after that. Like, the
Exactly.
stipulation almost spoils it for me.
exactly. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, I reckon Becky might take the win. You know, Becky Hogan getting the title. I think.
Yeah,
She's just put Lyra over. She doesn't deserve these Becky Hogan
No,
Yeah.
no,
calls
I'm only
anymore.
joking.
Anymore.
I'm only joking.
Back in the day, it was so bad, though.
yeah. I don't want
Yeah.
to take anything away from Lyra in this moment though as well, because I think this has elevated her career and has worked
Yeah.
wonders for her. Like, obviously coming up from NXT as well, becoming the first ever women's intercontinental champion.
She's
I
very
think-
over now as well. Like people
Exactly. She
could
always
almost-
participate in her entrances and all that. So,
Yeah,
She-
exactly.
She could almost take her talents up the card now.
Exactly.
So this is important. Even if she loses, she's the real winner, I guess.
I'd love to see the heel work that Becky could do with this. But this, like, I guess you could call it a brand new title.
Well, Becky
The
could also
WWE.
elevate the title alone, its prestige, but also, like, the people she can verse for this title. Ivy Nile, like, characters like that on Raw.
Yeah.
Like, their mid-card women's division sucks.
I guess you have to sort of take into account, you know, like, it is only Becky's second singles match since returning, but the experience factor plays into it a lot more as well, and you'd have to think that Becky would get the win over Lyra in this situation.
Yeah, I think this is pretty consensus here.
Yeah, I agree.
The women's Money in the Bank ladder match. We have Stephanie Vaquer, Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, Julia, Australia's own Rhea Ripley, and Naomi. This one's very, very interesting because you've got Julia, Roxanne, and Stephanie, all the latest
NXT.
recruits
Yeah.
who were on NXT, now onto the main roster, which I think is a really good move that they've done, creating more of that sort of, you know, elevation of a career factor as well. Personally, I think Naomi is going to win.
Landslide. If Naomi doesn't win, we riot.
Yeah, I think Naomi's got this, especially. I don't really see a run in from Jade Cargill in this one for Naomi. I don't think this match is sort of that sort of match for that. I think even though Rhea will have some pretty good spots, I think you can rule her out of winning Money in the Bank, even though she wants to go after the world title again for Io Sky's title. I just think that sort of is getting a little bit old at the moment. So I think you can back in Naomi as well.
It's almost one of those things where you might just say everyone gang up on Rhea, like the big dog of the match, just gang up on him.
I reckon it's either going to be Naomi or one of the NXT call-ups, I reckon. My opinion's a bit different. Just because, well, I feel like they are pushing Roxanne pretty hard at the moment, giving her a lot of opportunities. So
The Judgment Day plays another factor in this match as well.
Chicken nuggets.
I don't think Julia would win, though. I think she's probably the least likely of all the NXT ones.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then Stephanie.
Well, I think she'll win the United States title. I think they've pushed that really hard on SmackDown.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, I think my official prediction's Naomi.
Me too.
Sure, I'll go with that too. And maybe Roxanne and maybe Stephanie as well. But that's like my...
Stephanie would be a pretty good Miss Money in the Bank winner, I feel.
Yeah.
I'm interested in Alexa Bliss, though. She's really flying under the radar here.
I think she's not going to win, and then she'll probably do something with the White Six or something like that.
I was going to say, do the White Six have any role in this? Maybe Nikki Cross?
She'll probably go back there, and therefore probably not the greatest choice for her to be Miss Money in the Bank in this situation. But, yeah, I can see Naomi, holding the briefcase for a while before trying to cash in on Tiffany Stratton, I think. Would Naomi be a good champion, though? That's the thing.
I think
As
so.
As a heel,
definitely.
Yeah.
And the way she could hold that briefcase the whole time, you build it up, and she'll always have it on her. She'll always be her heel tactics. She could cash it in at any time.
Maybe that's when Jade Cargill might interfere when she's cashing in. She might cash in considerably quickly.
They're like Drew McIntyre and CM Punk last year as well.
Yeah,
and
Naomi,
Naomi attempts the cash in. Although there aren't any, world title matches at Money in the Bank this year. So
the interesting thing is for the men's, the tag match, how that would unfold.
Well, funny you say that, because we're going to get to that right now. The returning Cody Rhodes teaming up with Jey Uso against the 17-time champion John Cena and Logan Paul. We said it last week. This one was interesting because we thought this was going to be the Travis Scott
Thank God
tag match, but I've heard people hating on this type of match. Why not have this type of match with Logan Paul and John Cena teaming up? I thought it was good. Even their promo on SmackDown
that was so
last
rushed.
week. I know it was. Cody and Jay couldn't get a word out because they were running out of time.
But why did Jay have to yeet 3 times, bro?
Yeah, I know. He should have just come out of the main entrance.
I love Jay, but Jay's storyline is so convoluted at the moment. He's intertwined with Seth's faction, intertwined with this whole ordeal. He's got Gunther literally on Monday. There's too much going on for him, and it's the way they've booked ideas like this in the past is if there's too much going on, you have too many enemies, it's going to bite you on the ass. So we'll see what happens, but...
Yeah, well, I think Jay's character as a whole is also just pretty simple. I mean, you can really only just... no hate, but you can kind of just bring it all down to a catchphrase, really.
Just hit my music.
Yeah, no, hit my music, or whatever, do it again.
What are your predictions for this match, guys?
I really want John and Logan to win, personally, but I reckon Cody and Jay will.
I think it's going to be John Cena and Logan Paul winning this match.
You just want to get invited to Logan's wedding, dude.
That already got announced, bro. Come on.
He can bring another +1.
Did you not see what I just sent you before? They gave it to the guy whose camera Logan Paul broke
but that's
at the Royal
plant,
Rumble.
though. He was Logan's mate, probably.
I think no. I honestly think My predictions: John Cena and Logan Paul. Maybe I just want to be a little bit different from you guys, but I think if you look at Cody and Jay, I asked the question: what do they have to what are they going to gain from a win like this? If you look at last year's tag match, when it was Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, KO against the Bloodline, like those three weren't going to gain anything from this win because that storyline was still progressing. If the new Bloodline, like what were the new Bloodline going to gain from that? Well, if they win, they become probably the most dominant force in the WWE at that time, which they did, and that elevated that group as a whole. So same thing applies here with Cody and Jay. Like why not have John Cena and Logan Paul absolutely like beat up Jey Uso to the point where he's going to not be at 100% for his match against Gunther here. Cody Rhodes returning, like Cody Rhodes returns. Oh, I want a tag match with you, John Cena, and I'm going to beat you. But then what now for Cody Rhodes? Like, why not have this unlikely heel duo take a massive scalp at Money in the Bank, especially with Cena's last year? So I look at it like that.
Well, I think it would sort of just de-elevate, if that's really a word, Cody and Jay, I think just as, you know what I mean? Just as competitors. Yeah. And, well, even if that does happen, right, what you're predicting, they'll actually be pretty good because then Jay can lose his title.
Yeah,
and then that mid-reign.
Okay.
Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really make a lot of sense
I look at it from that point of view, which is why I think it's better for John Cena and Logan Paul to win. Why not, if this is the main event, why not the final, scene in Money in the Bank for this year look with John Cena and Logan Paul standing in the ring, towering over Jey Uso and Logan Paul. Is it going to end with Jey Uso just yeeting all over the place?
If that happens, I don't think we're ending with John Cena and Logan Paul on top of him. If Logan Paul and John Cena win, I think we could be getting a cash in. It could all happen really quickly. Because how much do we not want to see Jey Uso and Gunther again? In agreement.
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
We will get to Jey Uso, Gunther a little bit later on because we'll speak a little bit more in depth about that. But there could be a cash in that.
Could we just get Seth Rollins cashing in straight away?
Exactly.
Even Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker just helping John Cena and Logan Paul win the match and then bang.
Yeah.
We just beat down on Jey Uso, good, and I'll be cheering with every punch. Bang.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then the Architect does it again.
Yeah.
Heist of the Century 2.0.
Yeah.
That was probably the greatest cash in of all time. Seth Rollins, WrestleMania. I
love Damien Priest. Because I love CM Punk, and I thought that was ridiculously funny.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
But yeah, obviously,
Seth can run
closing
back
the show, just crazy.
Yeah, WrestleMania. Well, the next one, our next segment we're going to move on to is what happened on Friday night, SmackDown. And this was interesting because I remember I said it in episode 1. You said it in episode 2, where we would eventually see something happen where Jacob Fatu is in a match and Solo Sikoa costs Jacob Fatu the match. We thought it happened at WrestleMania. You thought that it could potentially happen at Backlash, but we get it in a Money in the Bank qualifying match where Solo Sikoa was up on the ropes, costing Jacob Fatu the match, and Andrade gets the win. This is interesting now because we have been thinking that Jacob's going to be the one to turn on Solo. But I think now it gives everyone the reason to think that Solo now is going to turn on Jacob because Jacob doesn't want Solo's help. But I'd love to hear what you guys think about it.
I love what Solo's doing at the moment. It's beautiful. He's so nonchalantly just, taking the absolute piss. And, it's almost like he's taking the piss right in front of Jacob Fatu's eyes. And it's so hilarious to watch.
Yeah.
But, I'm interested to see how long this lasts. Because obviously they've been very slow to capitalize on stories like this. Triple H loves his long-term storytelling, the Grayson Waller, Austin Theory face turn. That took so long, and we still haven't got it. So this could build up for literally. It could happen next week, or it could happen in 8 months, or it might not ever happen.
Yeah,
I think it's good redevelopment for Solo Sikoa as a wrestler because, after
losing the Olafale,
yeah, he wasn't really doing anything, So I think as you said, he's very nonchalant. He's very funny,
Yeah.
Which is what I think Solo Sikoa is very good for. Which is why I don't know why they kept him silent for so long because he's such a funny guy. He's so good on the mic.
Yeah.
I
want to ask you guys a question. Do you think now that Jacob does not want any of Solo's help at all. Do you think that this could set up Jacob Fatu probably taking a new direction and maybe having a small sort of alliance with Roman Reigns, potentially? Like, it could be a destructive alliance.
He seems
potentially.
very lone wolf like he just wants to be the lone wolf, like all gas, no brakes, just keep
Yeah.
pushing by himself. I'd love to see like a reformed bloodline that was just different in whatever way, even
Yeah.
if it was just like Jacob Fatu, Roman, and Jimmy.
I guess I'm also trying to think long term as well, because I can see something happening at War Games later this year, where you have Seth Rollins leading that team with a few others, and then you have a Roman Reigns, a Sami Zayn, a CM Punk, and maybe even a Jacob Fatu on this War Games team.
What I would love to see at War Games is have, say if it's 4v4 or 5v5,
Yeah.
4 men, three men. I want to see one woman from each team. I want to see
Yeah.
Becky Lynch in the same match as Seth Rollins on the same team. I just think like both his heels. I don't
Yeah.
know who would be on the Bloodline side. Bring back what, Tamina Snooker or something.
We'll
But-
see.
Bring back
Oh.
someone, but like, I just think that would be so cool. Like,
I think
imagine-
it'd be funny as well. Like if they do a couple spots where like the men and women are wrestling each other.
Yeah,
I think that'd be pretty funny. Cause
Nia Jax maybe.
Nia Jax. Yeah,
Nia
maybe.
Jax annihilator off the top of the cage.
Oh. Oh my god.
Rest in peace.
Oh,
Rest
yeah.
in peace, Jimmy
That's
Uso's
literally the
ribs,
end.
bro.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, poor Big Jim.
Bronson Reed's tsunami on Nia Jax.
Oh my god.
Bronson Reed.
He could have he literally would have ended Roman Reigns if that had happened.
Mate, he would have broken him in half. He would have
Imagine
broken anyone
Bronson
in half.
Reed. Imagine Bronson Reed like tsunami like off the top of the cage onto like some skinny like little little female wrestler.
Oh,
Mate, on
Tozawa.
Your career is
Tozawa. Tsunami onto Tozawa.
Yeah,
He'd be
career is
gone.
over.
Oh, bro, he'd be broken it up. You'd have Jim Ross just come out. He'd be sprinting down the and
Oh
race.
my
He'd be like,
God.
"Oh my god, he's broken it in half. He's gotta be dead."
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
God. Yeah. Nah, but Jacob Fatu, be interesting to see which direction he goes in now, because he's had that heated exchange with Solo now. Also, JC Mateo is the other little...
Dude's a beast.
Yeah, in this one as well.
Mm.
So, yeah, interesting one for Jacob Fatu, but...
His finisher, JC Mateo's finisher, is the coolest
Oh,
name
yeah.
ever.
Yeah, it's
With
so
Tour
good.
of Violence, is that what it's called?
Well,
I have no idea.
It's so
think
sick
so.
though.
JC Mateo did have a match last Friday, and we're going to get to the part in the podcast which is a very sad one, because
The waterworks.
we had R-Truth released from WWE.
Tom and Nick Mysterio.
Yeah, Tom and Nick are probably the saddest out of
Yeah.
everyone.
Oh, this is just terrible.
He
I
got
know.
so much money
Terrible.
for the clubhouse as well.
Trip, bro, you bald fraud. What are you doing? Well, actually,
It's so sad.
I've read actually online that Tony Khan, that fraud, it was actually in the works for a few months, like releasing R-Truth. And apparently, this is what I've heard anyway, John Cena found out, which is why he wanted to do the whole program with him at SNME
That's the goat
to see
right
to
there.
see if to
That's
show
the
that he
goat.
has he can still stay in the company or something.
One last make a wish, bro. What a guy.
At
Yeah.
least R-Truth was able to wrestle John Cena, before he's got
Childhood
released.
hero.
At least he's got.
Ron
At
Cena.
least he's been able to do that. Yeah, Ron Cena.
Yeah.
You know that merch was like the highest selling merch.
Yeah,
of the
I
week.
know.
Like,
And
how
then they
can
got
you-
rid of it.
How
They've
can you
got rid of
release
it
a
now.
guy? They're not even letting anyone wear like R-Truth like graphic design shirts.
I
Like
know.
Rhea Ripley had to take hers off. Did you see that?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and
Yeah.
she had to wear the
red,
red crop
yeah.
top and
Well, it was
everything
underneath
like that.
so
Yeah,
she
yeah.
literally like would have been
She-
planning to wear the.
I know.
Mm.
And then I also people have also what was actually really funny is that Naomi on Twitter said
Yeah, I
something
saw
about
that.
R-Truth saying I hate this so much, and then
Jacob,
Jake
I
Hogan
hate
was
this
like
more than I hate you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that.
that was really funny, and then the Miz apparently
And Gunther.
The Miz and Gunther removed like, all of
removed
their
all WWE.
WWE.
I don't know if Gunther's is R-Truth related.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maybe he's just
Potentially.
pressed.
but the Miz removed everything. Like, yeah, mate, we need to riot.
Yeah, maybe.
Hashtag we want
those
truth.
older wrestlers should really look out, like Miz, Shamo.
I know.
Well,
What they're doing with the Miz right now, I don't even
Natalia
know. It's
as well.
good. It's good for Carmelo Hayes. What's going on with in that right now? It's good for Carmelo, but for the Miz, I just don't know.
I don't think it's
what's
good for
going
Carmelo either, though. What they're doing with him, the Melo don't Miz or whatever. That's a waste of time.
I reckon if John Cena catches wind of the Miz getting a release as well, we might get a program with the Miz as well, which would be pretty sick.
That would be
But
really cool.
John Cena
actually.
and the Miz,
Yeah,
for sure.
like get heel Miz back. I want
Get
Miz
Maurice
TV.
back as well. Get
I want
Maurice.
Miz TV, bro.
Oh no, get what's his name? Who was the white guy who was following around the Miz?
Damien Mizdow, bro.
Mizdow. No, but the guy before Mizdow.
Curtis Axel.
No,
Nah, he was after.
No, not the B team. What's his name? Alex
Alex
Riley.
Riley. Oh my
Yes,
God,
Alex
bro.
Riley.
What a
Get Alex
throwback.
Riley back too.
Alex Riley.
Yeah.
Oh, that
that'd
reminds
be
me
good.
randomly. You remember Ted DiBiase Jr.? He's in
Yeah.
jail, bro. Tax fraud.
I heard about that. Yeah. Yeah, but I think a program between Miz and Cena would be so good though. Yeah, bring back those characters, bro.
The Miz is so capable still.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so unbelievably capable. So,
Yeah.
It's like they're just including him in these little storylines, like Aleister Black returns. Yeah,
I could see it.
We'll put you in a Miz sort of storyline aspect here.
Well, he's just a jobber, but he's a bloody good jobber. And
Yeah.
it's just, I could see from the WWE's perspective, he's like on heaps of like millions.
Yeah.
So, like, I can see it from that perspective. You're like, well, we can't have a guy on our payroll for millions.
Yeah.
Just a job when we're trying to sign guys. I get it, but you can keep guys on, like, I'm sure they'd take a pay cut, or like you could keep them on a Legends contract or whatever.
So that's probably what they'll do with Truth. They'll probably put him on a Legends contract or something.
Well,
Hopefully.
hopefully we see.
There's
Truth
rumor
back.
TNA.
I mean,
There's a rumor he could go back to TNA.
yeah, we'll
Could do.
see. Well, hopefully Truth comes back. I mean, he's 53 at the moment, but if he was going to go to AEW or TNA, his name could be like False or something, not Truth.
False.
Dude.
Just go back to Ron. Just go back to Ron. whatever it is,
Ron
like
Cena.
Ron Killings or whatever.
Yeah.
Who was before that?
And also like the crowd chants. We want Truth.
Yeah,
need
the
to
signs
be
and the
heard
chants,
more.
yeah.
Also, Karrion Kross is copping crowd chants as
I
well.
know.
Like,
I think he hasn't even been on TV. He's stuck in main event.
he
right
got
now.
one backstage segment, and it was really good again. Like, go figure. He's been really good for the last 6 months. Give the guy a match, man.
Well,
know.
another one that got released was the Judgment Day's Carlito.
Carly, bro.
Carly. Oh my gosh. I can't
Made
believe
spit an
this.
apple's cool again, bro.
You see Dom
was wearing the shirt.
Dom was wearing
yeah.
That's Not Cool shirt. And fair enough too. Like, he was good for the Judgment Day. Like,
Yeah, it was so funny. Like, I wanted to see how it... I actually was really interested in how him and Raquel were, like, going to work
I
out. You
know.
know what I mean?
it's almost as if like Raquel couldn't give a damn. But as soon as Roxanne comes along, Raquel was sort of showing a few more signs of
Yeah.
Affection.
towards Carlito.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to see how that played out eventually. I was waiting for it.
Carlito was such a warrior though for the Judgment Day, as in like he was always backing them up,
yeah.
copping spears from
Yeah,
Bron
Bron
Breakker and
Breakker,
everything.
Yeah.
Like he's a team guy.
He
Such a
even
good guy
took
for
the
business.
PS5 from the clubhouse with him too. The
Yeah,
TV
I
was
know.
I
off.
can't blame him. He's probably
Yeah, I
got no
know.
money now, no WWE contract. They're
That
shutting
whole
it down.
year,
Apparently,
of coming in with the Judgment Day.
apparently he
like,
already won a title in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I
Like,
saw
he
that.
already
won
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah,
But WWE apparently mad that because he announced his release before the WWE announced it,
Yeah.
and like apparently that breaks all the kayfabe rules, and like
Hey, who
they didn't get to write him off
cares, mate?
properly.
Like-
But you know what?
Like these, like
You already
why-
treated him so
They're
badly.
real
by-
humans, bro. Justice for Carlito, justice for truth.
Yeah.
Why have they released like the two most funniest guys on each roster?
Even
Like,
and
come
one of
on.
the most funniest women too, Valhalla as well.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
The funniest woman on the roster.
Yeah.
I was in tears.
We
man.
need
I
a
was on my
spray
knees.
TKO. Fuck you, TKO.
Valhalla was actually kind of funny for a period though, like with the horns and Michael.
Valhalla
Cole
was
put
the
on the horns.
funniest thing ever when Michael Cole, put on the
Yeah.
horns.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
pretty good.
Nah.
She was so stale besides that, though.
Yeah, I know.
Also, like when Roxanne's also come into the Judgment Day, like even last week, Khalil's like, "You got to stop eating her nuggets, man."
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
and
there's
then
so many
Roxanne
funny one-liners.
gifting Carlito apples as well. Like this one would have been really interesting. You know, this new story developing with Roxanne. At least now, probably Roxanne's taking Carlito's place, which is not good either.
we
But
could
yeah.
get Roxanne and Raquel, bro.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's a big meaty matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be. Even Carlito's one-liners as well, like I don't know, seems pretty hard to me.
Seems pretty
Or it
hard
looks
to
pretty hard to
me.
me or whatever. Yeah. Even all
That's
those.
cool. Like when Dom
Yeah.
showed the photo to
That's
Damien
cool.
Priest as well.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. Seems unnecessary, to
Poor-
be honest with you. What's the
poor
point of having
Carlito.
loyalty to a company if they're just going to do that to you in the
Yeah.
end?
I
True
know.
Judgment Day legends go down swinging.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
I know. But at least someone like JD is there. Like JD, like I think right now, like JD and Finn, a storyline will develop there.
Yeah.
Which we will get to in a sec. But I'm glad that they're still sort of keeping, the main Judgment Day together. Like obviously JD's been there a little bit longer than Carlito as well. So at least when JD was injured, at least they didn't forget about him.
Yeah, they'll
You know
probably
what I mean?
do something with JD and Fergal after
Yeah.
if there's like a breakup or something.
Yeah.
I reckon it's more than likely that those two will go together. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the next one that's going to happen on Raw next week, we spoke about a little bit about it before, the match for the World Heavyweight Championship between Jey Uso and Gunther. This is the third time they're going up against each other this year for the title, which, I don't know, it's gone on for a bit too long now. I would have loved to see a Logan Paul versus Jey Uso match a Logan Paul versus Gunther match instead
yeah,
for the title, but
There's still a chance we get literally any of the 6 Money in the Bank
yeah.
winners,
That's
or
the thing.
possible winners.
A
versus
cash-in could
Gunther.
happen here. I think, yeah. I think Seth Rollins could win Money in the Bank and cash in.
Well, he'll take no
this match.
prisoners. Like he's got everything that he needs to just cash in straight away.
If anything, Raw next week is like a must-watch.
It's like Raw
Yeah.
after Mania 2.0.
Yeah, because Money in the Bank is like also one of the biggest events of the year as well. So yeah, this Raw's like a must-watch because
It's also worth noting that Triple H hates the Money in the Bank concept.
yeah,
So like he's always been keen to just kind of use it straight away, like Drew McIntyre. On
yeah,
the
but
same
he can't
night.
even book it properly. He booked Austin Theory to lose
Mm.
to Seth Rollins, like mid-card title Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
Bro.
but at least like
if it was up to Theory, he would have never cashed in on the United States Championship at all.
Yeah, I know.
Not at all.
No.
bring back Vince.
Maybe bring back Vince at the top as the boss, but as the booker, keep Troop, I reckon.
Yeah.
Just because TKO.
Vince is trying to buy back the company, bro.
Yeah, I know. Was it called 14-1 or something?
Yeah.
His new company.
He made a new one, yeah, but he also before that tried to buy back the company as a whole. Like he was like, I changed my mind.
Yeah.
Give me back my
Yeah.
company.
I think it ran a bit smoother though onto Vince than TKO. Like business wise, like there isn't like ad placement everywhere.
Mm.
Ticket prices aren't insane as well.
Yeah.
So-
And also didn't have pay-per-views every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Like,
you can tell
literally,
that
How can you build a story when a pay-per-view is every 2 weeks?
TKO is running it.
Although Saturday night's main event a couple weeks ago was actually a pretty good one. Like,
Yeah.
let's be honest.
You can tell TKO's running it a bit more like a business and not like
Yeah.
like a wrestling company.
Yeah.
Just trying to
for
get as
sure.
much money out of it.
That's
as they
why
can.
the real wrestlers are on AEW.
That's where the
Yeah.
best wrestle.
Yeah.
AEW is where the best wrestle.
Yeah.
Uh,
Just getting back to this one for a sec. Also, the promo that happened on Raw last week, where Gunther was seen in the locker room with Jey Uso as well, and Gunther's points are all completely valid because Jay's getting involved in business with John Cena and Logan Paul, and then he's also getting involved in business with Seth Rollins' new faction as well. And literally, he's going to have a match at Money in the Bank, which could be interesting because, like I said before, Jey Uso and Logan Paul and John Cena could absolutely brutalize Jey Uso to the point where he's not going to be 100% for this match either. But in my opinion, I think both of these men aren't walking out of Raw as champion. I think there'll be a cash-in.
Really?
That's
If
my
there's no
prediction.
cash in, Jay will win.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if there's no cash in, Money in the Bank, I think it's inevitable we'll have a cash in here.
Yeah.
At least one. Like I think they could hold the women's Money in the Bank and have that be the long term
Yeah.
storyline with
Bit like
Naomi.
last year, yeah. It'll be an interesting one because
History says that Triple H is just going to burn one straight away. So
yeah,
might as well
because
burn this.
yeah, because like Jay, I don't know if he's gonna how long this title reign's gonna last. Like I give it like if he does retain here, I give it up until SummerSlam until something happens there, potentially.
Yeah.
but it's not one like a Cody one last year where I can see him holding it for a whole year up until WrestleMania next
No,
year.
I don't
It's
either.
it's not like that.
Seth needs the belt.
Yeah,
Like, if we're gonna
and then Bronson and Bron Breakker as tag champs as well.
oh, if they enter the tag division, that's over.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, we talked a little bit about it just a second ago, but we're getting back to the Judgment Day here, where Liv Morgan and Finn Balor had a little altercation backstage as well. This is the one I want to get to because she's all like, it's not Dominic that I don't trust. The chicken nuggets, the shoulder rubs. This is all part of Finn Balor's plan. Like when Liv returned, did you see Finn Balor like sitting on the couch just
Look at his
yeah.
lips, bro.
looking
Yeah.
at it, all funny as well. This, like, I think this could be a potential match, like right here, like a tag match eventually. But I'd love to hear what you guys think.
Yeah, well, I think it's obvious that they're going to go for the Judgment Day breakup. I mean, I think even after Carlito now is gone, I really don't like looking at the Judgment Day anymore. I think it's just run its course a bit too long. So, yeah, I would definitely say there's a future matchup in there.
I say break it up as well and just let it all play out. Like, if Dom could go on a singles run, that's where we could see like the IC title kind of build prestige again. He'll eventually lose it quicker than if he goes on a singles run, he'll lose it quicker than he ever thought he would. But
The other interesting one, or the other interesting thing to note here, is that obviously Finn Balor was in the Money in the Bank match last week and Dom slides the chair in, but Pin Balor was like, hey, Dominic, it's fine. It's water under the bridge.
Well, that's what happened
it's
2 years
literally
ago.
been a year, bro.
But then,
That's what happened like 2 years ago at SummerSlam, though. The same thing. I think Damo slid Ferg
yeah,
off the chair.
with the
Yeah.
briefcase.
But-
Yeah.
but-
the briefcase.
but
yeah.
the main thing I want to note here is that after that, Finn once again gave a tap to the title that was around Dom's shoulder. Did you guys see that? When Finn, after Backlash,
yeah.
when Dom was like, you hesitated with the chair, Finn, and he's like, don't worry, I'm going to take care of AJ Styles for you. And then he gave the title a tap, and Dom just looked.
Yeah, it's
Last
probably-
week, Finn gave another tap to the title.
Probably subtle
and did the same
foreshadowing,
thing.
yeah.
It is subtle foreshadowing. I don't know if you guys noticed it happening, but I was like, oh, he's just done it again here. Like,
They're probably going to
like,
set up
this is-
something between
this is-
Fergal,
yeah, it's setting up
Fergal and
a-
Dom, yeah.
it's setting up a match for the IC title eventually here because they're subtly doing it though. Like you'd think that Finn would be upset that Dom cost him the match, but he's not.
Can we justify Finn having a title shot? Like, it may be down the line and he might get some wins before that. But if it happens in the next month or two, can we justify a guy that hasn't won a singles match in a year?
Yeah.
Literally a year.
Pin Balor.
Pin Balor just, oh yeah, hey Adam Pearce, like I just want a Intercontinental title shot. Roxanne's my partner here. Do you want some chicken nuggets? Can I have a match?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's not very feasible, but
Yeah.
with what's going on, but
that's WWE these days, though, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't want to. I love Liv Dom. Like I don't want to see. I don't want to see them break up. Even though it would be interesting if Roxanne and Dom have a little relationship.
Poor Dom's wife, bro.
Well,
No.
you want to. Fraser wants to see the Triple Crown champion from Dom.
Yeah.
Dude,
Three
Yes, I do.
three baddies.
three different genres though as well. Like.
Yeah. Well, that's what you want to see.
Yeah.
But even did you see it at the Netflix show during the week? Like Dom
Yeah.
and Liv actually kissed.
Full on smooched, yeah.
Like Dom's wife.
And then Liv was like, "Nah, I'm chewing gum."
Yeah.
Poor
Sure.
Marie Mysterio. Marie Mysterio.
She's a trooper, bro.
Yeah.
yeah.
She's in it for the long haul.
Even Dom said on a podcast, it was on with the thing with Stephanie McMahon. He's like, "Oh, I'd leave my wife if I was given it in and out."
In and out burger.
Did you actually see the one where Stephanie was like, "What are 3 adjectives you'd use to describe you?" And Dom's like, "Hold on a minute.
What's an adjective?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
the
that
time
one.
zones thing as well.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, Liv, like, yeah. The only thing was she said good morning, but it's obviously nighttime.
Yeah.
I know. Nah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here we go. The big one. What is it?
Fraser's 5. Can
Fraser's
you
5.
believe it? It's time for Fraser's 5.
what are
My
you
phrase
doing
is
today?
5. Obviously, a very sad week for the WWE. R-Truth going bye-bye. So, my phrase is 5 is top 5 R-Truth funniest moments.
That's good.
Yeah.
I love that one. In
Right,
honor
so-
of R-Truth today.
Number 5 is so this was like quite a while ago. It was like 2016. It was it was like a WWE Championship tournament. Do you remember? And it was like, I think it was Dean, Roman, and then it was, I think, Miz, Alberto, and someone else. I forgot who it was specifically.
Yeah.
And anyway, R-Truth was like, you don't know what I'm gonna do when I win the WWE Championship. And then the Miz was like, you're not even in the tournament.
Yeah.
The tournament's been going on for 2 weeks, and you haven't been in it. And then he went over to Dean and Roman. I was like, good luck.
He
I'm
always
not
seems
wishing
so
you good luck.
sad, Yeah. He always
Yeah.
seems so sad as well. Like,
Yeah.
he finds out he's wrong and he's like,
Yeah. Well, that's number 5. Number 4 is actually pretty similar. It was him not being in the Money in the Bank match. Remember that? He was like,
Yeah.
what Truth is going to do at Money in the Bank? And then Kane was like, you're not even in the match.
corporate Kane, bro.
Yeah, corporate
What a
Kane.
throwback.
Yeah, corporate Kane. And he's like, you're not even in the match. And then Truth did the whole like, my bad. You'll be good, y'all.
Yeah, that's what.
Went
that's
away,
awesome.
yeah. Number 3, I think you mentioned this earlier. It was the one where in the Royal Rumble, Truth came in at the Royal Rumble and got the ladder,
Yeah.
put it in the middle of the ring and went up. And
Yeah.
I think we sent you a meme the other day. It was like R-Truth looking at his next WWE contract and there's
Yeah.
nothing there. Yeah, that one.
Mate, this is making me sad. Like
Like I'm laughing, but I'm crying through the
Yeah.
laughs.
Laughing
listening
and
to
crying.
this whole Phrases 5 is just sad now.
Yeah, but that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
though.
Oh no. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. And then number 2 was actually another Royal Rumble related one. It was the one with Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman, where he was like declaring
yeah.
himself in the Royal Rumble match.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, I know you'll go flying over that top rope, Paul Heyman. That one, and he actually
He made
cracked.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the cracked, bro.
Yeah.
That's the one, yeah.
Oh,
So
God.
I thought that one was pretty funny. And then when he was like the 24/7, 48/7, I-95, and Kentucky European TV champion is undeclaring the Royal Rumble match.
Yeah.
Well, that was pretty funny. And then number 1, I went pretty broad. I just said him in the Judgment Day. So I
Yeah.
mean, there were so many moments of him in the Judgment Day that was so funny. Like
Yeah.
like when he first did it after
Tom and
War
Nick
Games.
Mysterio.
Mm.
Yeah, well, those shirts sold so good. It was like Tom and Nick Mysterio. Remember the shirts they had on WWE Shop?
Or
And even the ones where he was first in the Judgment Day, where he first was in the Judgment Day, he was like, "Oh, I want to be in War Games," and it already happened.
Or
He's like, "Oh, how did I do?" he wasn't even in the match. Or
when he
anything.
got all the money, like all the money for the selling shirts, and he just wouldn't give
Yeah.
JD the money.
Yeah.
JD posted on Twitter, he posted like a tribute to R-Truth, and he's like, I know you hated me, man. I know you tried to kick me out of the Judgment Day every day. I'm still waiting for my money, bro, but like, congrats on your career, man.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that was really good. And then I'm trying to think of another one. When it was 2024 Royal Rumble, the women's.
Yeah, he went in the
Yeah.
women's
During
one.
Valhalla's
Nia
entrance.
Jax got in
That was
there.
actually really funny because I was watching that Royal Rumble, right? And I was like, oh, whoever it is, if it's someone who's like not that big, I'll go and get some food or whatever. And then I saw it was Valhalla, right? I was like, oh, I'll go now. And when I came back, I didn't even know that R-Truth had come out. Like I found out like later in the day that R-Truth came out during Valhalla. I was like, oh my gosh, like what a time to leave, you know?
Yeah.
Another honorable mention is the hot tag at WrestleMania 40.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Getting Pin Balor. in
Yeah.
that one as well. Also the hot tag as well at the Royal Rumble last
Yeah,
year with,
true.
With Dom,
with
yeah.
Dom as well. That one was good too, but
There's so many we can name though. Even
know.
like
Such a champ. Like all that 24/7 title run as well.
that
with
one was so
Carmella
good.
is- yeah.
How about when he won the title against Drake Maverick when he just got married?
Yeah.
And they were in the hotel room or whatever, and R-Truth was like hiding in the bed or whatever. Yeah, that was really good.
Oh.
I feel like there's so many good ones though. What was the one? I think it was one with Jinder at the golf course. Who did he pin for that?
Oh,
I don't even remember who he pinned for it.
just so many magical R-Truth moments. And even before that, like we can't ignore the fact that like also had like a really good like actual in-ring career.
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah.
With like Awesome Truth, like the original Awesome Truth.
He's
and all
also
that.
got a victory over John Cena in a tables match. Must say it.
Yeah, so.
But wait for the pipe bomb. Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Well,
rest in peace. Well, not
yeah.
rest in peace. Rest in peace, the career.
We want truth.
Yes.
Jump on
definitely.
the
Those
podcast, R-Truth. We'll have you.
Oh, honestly.
Definitely, dude.
Honestly,
we'll get you a new job.
We'd have the best time.
We'll
Sorry.
get you a Legends contract, dude.
Sorry, Tommy, bro.
Hey, everyone.
Not
Welcome
invincible,
back to Heel Turn now. It'd be so good. We had
Yeah.
R-Truth on.
bro. He could pin me for the 24/7 title on this table right now.
Slam-
You wouldn't
sla-
care.
slam
I'd cop an
through the
attitude
table.
adjustment on this table, bro. R-Truth, if you
R-Truth.
want it, bro, right here.
You want some?
You want some? Come get some.
Yeah, mate. Just take the like whatever it is, like 12-hour flight down from America down here. Even longer than 12 hours, probably. Mate, we'll make it happen.
We won't pay for it.
No, that's gonna have to come out of your last
Yeah,
check,
yeah.
unfortunately.
We're-
Hilturn's running sour at the moment.
We're famous, but we're not that famous. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
no, we haven't got money like that.
Exactly. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
sure. Well, we're going to wrap it up here on Heel Turn, the #1 podcast, everything WWE. Jasper, thanks very much for coming in
No worries,
again
boys.
today. Good to see you again, Fraser.
Thank you
I know
very much.
I know you're a very busy man.
Yeah.
Meetings to attend, people to see, but
Cat flights to catch.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. In Perth as
Definitely.
well. October. It's locked
You
in.
going to Perth?
I will not be going to play.
Oh,
Ah,
that's a
yeah.
shame.
that's a shame. Ah, well. But be sure to subscribe if you're enjoying the podcast. Follow us on our various social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok. Twitter's gone pretty good at the moment as well. But thank you so much for watching. We look forward to Money in the Bank. We hope you do as well. We'll see you next week.
See ya.